What's going on, guys? I'm here with the Amazon Kingpin, who has sold. I don't know how much you sold last year, but I know you made 400,000 that you had to pay taxes on, right? You pay taxes on that 400,000, right?
I sure did.
All right, good, because the IRS is watching. We got IRS in the chat. Big shout out to IRS. If you guys are hopping in the chat, make sure to say what's up. Yeah, I got an expert here tonight. He's crushing it. I think a lot of those sales came from retail arbitrage, some seasonal items, but you also do a decent amount of online arbitrage as well,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
And
I
maybe
do.
a little bit of whole.
Yep. We've
Private
transitioned
label
our
or no?
no
No
private
private,
label.
no private label. So you're just hustling out there.
That's right.
Yeah, met Kingpin. Where did we meet officially the first time?
Oh.
Miami 2021.
Yeah, we officially met in Miami 2021, but
And
we've
then
communicated before.
we went on a ski trip to
Breckenridge.
Breckenridge. And yeah, we've networked a decent amount. This guy knows his stuff. He sells a lot of shit, and we're here to answer your questions. So
Yes, sir.
feel free to drop away. And if you guys don't ask questions, I'm going to ask questions.
We'll start talking.
We got Jamison here too. Boom, we got Jamison. You guys know Jamison.
Woo!
What up, fellas?
What's
He
up?
sells well into the six figures during Q4. Toy seller, does a lot of Amazon to Amazon flips. So if you guys have questions for Jamison, feel free to ask as well. So what's your online arbitrage strategy look like, Kingpin? Are you going after quick flips? Are you casting your net wide? Are you going after a bunch of different variations? Or are you going really narrow on what sells?
Good question. So this year we were casting our net pretty wide, just opening up our portfolio, diversifying our portfolio into OTC health and beauty products. We were strictly seasonal and toys last year. So all those sales came from toys and seasonal items last year. We are focusing on a team right now where we're narrowing down into health and beauty products a little more because we're landing wholesale deals.
Nice.
And so we're diving deep into that.
Are you still doing seasonality?
Yeah.
Are you still going after? Okay.
Yes. We're doing a little of that. I did tap into some pools this year. We did have.
Is the opportunity as big this year as last year? What about chlorine? Is chlorine selling like it did last year?
Chlorine sells. I actually sell a ton of chlorine on Walmart.
Gotcha.
On Amazon, it's not. There's like so many sellers on there. Doesn't mean you don't have an opportunity, but you're taking low margins, right?
Right.
On Walmart, I'm selling those 6-packs right now of shock chlorine.
Can you drop the ASIN in the chat?
For like $103.
Just kidding. I'm joking. He's about to.
Just look up chlorine on Walmart. But yeah, those are selling. The pools aren't selling as much as I would like them to, and I'm not hitting the margins or the ROI that I'm used to from last year. But we're still pushing a few every now and then, about 3 to 6 a week, just depends. Making about $100 profit. Nothing crazy, very small margins, but still pushing numbers.
Nice. I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
give a shout out to IG real quick.
You're good.
What up, Instagram? I'm here with Jamison and Amazon Kingpin. If you guys want to tune in, both these sellers are absolutely fucking crushing it. We got Kingpin, who made over 400K last year, and Jamison, who doesn't pay taxes.
Shut the hell up. Don't even say that shit, bro.
So if you guys want to tune in, click the link right now.
You're an ass.
This guy. IRS is watching Jamison. So.
How scary would that be if like IRS with like a blue verified check just popped in the chat?
Dude, I'd be like, yeah, totally. Everything you just said.
Just as scary as the girl that popped in the chat the other day. That was...
Oh
yeah.
That's crazy. Jamison, what are you focusing on right now? Are 100% toys? Are you traveling at all? Looks like you're in a hotel.
No, I'm at home right now.
I like your background though.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm in my office. Right now, I'm just focusing on shipping in some long-term holds and organizing my storage units and stuff. It's really slow sourcing wise. Like I'm barely spending anything at all right now, OA wise. So I'm just focusing on the stuff that I, to keep busy.
Right.
So yeah, it's been pretty chill, which is nice.
Kingpin, do you have a good system for replenishables? Like, are you able to restock quickly?
Yeah. So what I do, I mean, I don't know how efficient my replenishable system is, but what we do is every day we look to see what items are selling more than 2 or 3 of them. And then we just go back and see what the demand is and see how many we've sold in the last 3 months or a month. If we're selling a consistent amount, then we replenish. And we do that on a daily basis. Or
And
maybe
are you
sometimes
looking at Seller Central and just sorting by quantity?
no. So yeah, I'm actually, so first thing I do is I go to inventory orders and I looked at the shipped on FBA because I do a lot of MF too as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll see which ones are selling the most. Then I go to my inventory sheet and I see how many units I bought of that product. And if I've sold out, then I'll replenish 3 times that amount. And I just do that on a daily basis. But we only probably have.
So say that one more time. You sold out. So let's say you sold 18. You're buying 3 times 18.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Because I'm going to do another like I like to test my replenishables 2 times. Like I'll send another unit because for me personally, it takes about 2 weeks. I don't know why, 2.5 weeks for my inventory to hit and become active. And so I always think about what's going to happen later.
Yeah. So the moment you buy it, you're not including the time to buy it and get to the prep center.
Correct.
In addition to that, you're saying another 2.5 weeks.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
So almost a month.
Yeah, almost a month. So I'm prepping basically for like a month and a half for my products. When I am leveraging a prep center right now, and their turnaround time was actually really fast. I was surprised. We sent it, took like maybe 4 days to arrive, and they turned around in 48 hours, had everything sent in. It was fairly quick.
Yeah.
And about a week later, all the products went live and we're selling. So I think we're going to strategize that a little, but going back on replenishables, my daily thing is just going back, seeing what's selling, going to my inventory sheet, and then just replenishing those. And I have a VA that does that now.
Nice. Yeah, something else I want my spreadsheet to do is I want it to factor in everything we purchased. So everything inbound to the prep center, everything inbound to Amazon, and everything at Amazon. And so if we're going to restock it, we're going to have all that information. Oh, we really have 104. There's only 50 available at Amazon or 4 available at Amazon. And the rest is either inbound or on the way to the prep center.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that'll be good because what I'm doing now is I'm just casting my net so wide across so many different ASINs. And it was interesting that you said you buy 3 times whatever sold for your ace. Like I'm wondering how, and are you opening up to Keepa again and looking and being like, oh, this still looks good? Or okay. Yeah. If you open it up and there's like 5 times as many sellers, that's a red flag. Like, oh, it was good this last round, but it might not be good next time because the supply increased.
Exactly. I'm checking statistics. I'm also checking to see how many times the units are selling. And then based on the percentage of how many people are competitive, I divide that by how many units I'm going to buy too as well. So I do the 3, and what I'm finding is that if I add 3 times the amount of what I bought last time, it's a more than enough amount. It'll sit in my inventory for about 3 weeks to a month.
Gotcha.
My business model is slightly different. Like I like to really only have items in there for about a month and a half. There are items that go longer, 2-3 months sometimes, and I have to take either a loss or a break-even point. And don't get me wrong, I take losses a lot, but it is what it is. And that's just how I try to run my system.
So you're able to sell through almost all your inventory within a 6-week period, 5 weeks?
I'd say about a 6-week period, easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. Everyone's saying 6 weeks.
And it actually, so before, it was probably about a month ago, it was taking a little longer, probably about 7 to 8 weeks. But when I integrated a Seller Snap, the repricer, it really really increased the sales, and I was getting more profit for more items because the way the AI works. Hey, go over there, please. Leave me alone. Sorry, my dog is sick, and she keeps backing at the door. But yeah, so that's how I run the system.
So if you look at this is a screenshot, so I can't really move it around too much.
You're good.
But what would you do? This is a shoe.
Okay.
Sales rank goes it hovers around 100,000, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. And I can pick these up for 140 bucks. And it's buy boxing consistently at 230 plus. Right now, I think it's at like 244. You can see the most recent trend is closer to 244. It says there's 34 drops a month. How many of these would you purchase if you're on, a website where you can find these for 140 bucks?
Personally, me, only 10, because if I buy anything more, I'm probably we're gonna sit on this easily. Because look, if you look at the sellers, the amount of sellers that are going on here, you're gonna see the demand. I could see the price maybe dropping a little. I'd have to look at the statistics on the buy box, who's getting the buy box the most. So when you go to Keepa chart, I would only buy 10 personally to test buy it, because you're spending $140 because you're only making what, 50 bucks on it.
Yeah, something like that.
So like 50 bucks on that. So you're making a 25% ROI, if I'm not mistaken, 27%, something like that. Yeah, my test buy would be 10. I would need to look at the graph a little more, to be honest, the data, statistics, buy box history. And then I would look at the other sellers on Keepa on the data track sheet, and it would show you how many items they have in stock and how fast they're selling. But to answer your question blatantly, just 10. That would be me.
And if you found, so for this one listing, if you found like 5 other categories or 5 other sizes, so let's say this is size like 9, I think, or something.
Okay.
Size 8, size 10, size 11, size 15. Are you going to buy 10 of each of those as well if they're profitable? Or
so at that point, I'm going to start narrowing it down to like maybe 5 or 7, because you're dealing with variations at this point. And I would buy 5 at a time. And if you look at Keepa, like when you push on Keepa, like when you look at variations and you look at the Keepa chart, you can see most of the charts are very similar to each other. The prices are like near there, and I could show you this. And so you looking at the data and the buy box statistic history is really, really powerful on variations.
Gotcha. What about you, Jamison? Like, let's pretend this is a toy instead of a shoe. You find a toy. Let's say the toy is selling for 230. Same exact information here. Let's just translate this to toy sales rank. Let's say that the sales rank's between about 100,000, give or take. How deep are you going on this? Like, let's pretend this is Lego or something. For your first buy.
Honestly, if it was a Lego, I would pass. When I sell Legos, I try to keep it to the sets that are in the $40 to $80 range. I think when you start getting into Lego sets above $200, you're more likely to get scammed, or people want to steal the minifigures.
Dude, I paid $1,000 for a Lego set in 2020.
Dude, is that the one from eBay that you sent me?
Yeah, I paid $1,000 for it, and then I was supposed to sell it for like, no, I think I paid $600. I was supposed to sell it for 14 and make a couple $100, and I was like, I'm a genius. And the Keepa was consistently just going up and up, and Amazon fucking lost it, and I was like, fuck this. Yeah. Happened to 2 things. I'm wondering if my lister did something wrong, because it also happened with the Jewish set around the same time that I sent her. So frustrating.
Yeah, personally, just like, it's just my own preference. Like, I'm not, there's probably a lot of people that do flips like that. Like, I try to keep my flips to, under $80 if I can. There are a few things that I do flip that are high value. Same thing. Like, I'm not great. I'm a noob when it comes to shoes. So I'm super conservative when it comes to shoes. Like, I probably wouldn't spend 140 to make, like, I have no problem dropping, $20,000 on a few SKUs, but just for shoes, like 140 to me seems like a lot for a shoe to only make 40, 50 bucks. I probably would almost avoid it altogether, because I just, I'm so conservative. Like, I feel I'm going to get, those are the more likely.
Do you know your average buy cost? Do you know that, like, off the top?
Oh man, average.
Average sales.
Average sale, average sale I think is $43.
Okay,
up around there, 42 and change.
So your average buy is probably like 15,
20, yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, I flip a lot of smaller, like, quick sale things.
Jeff Dorse, Jeff.
Yo, what up, Jeff? How are you, brother? Hope you're doing good.
Let's go. Jamison is here.
No, I think he meant like, let's go. We should all leave because Jameson's here.
All right.
All right,
guys,
cool.
peace
Gotta
out.
go. Peace. We should
Easy,
block him out
sorry,
now.
Later, Avery. Let's see.
Whatever questions you guys have, drop them below. We got 2 experts in the house tonight.
I was going to ask you too. What Capital One cards do you guys have besides the Spark? If you have it,
I
Is
just
there any
got
other
the
Capital?
Spark.
All right.
I think I might have one out there from like years ago, but I just got the Spark. I haven't even spent anything on the Spark yet.
Okay. Because I just got a pre-approval thing for some Capital One cards, and I was wondering if there was another good card other than the Spark card in Capital One.
I just used the Walmart card to get that 2% or 5% cash back.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, does that do pretty good then for Walmart? Like, dang, 5%. That's insane.
Yeah, dude. It's 5%, and then if you're using Rakuten or any other websites to get cash back.
So you're doing that many Walmart flips. You're doing a lot of Walmart to Amazon.
Oh yeah, like
what
I would say that's like 70% of my supplier.
What card is it? The 5% Walmart? What card is that? Is that the actual Walmart card?
Like yeah, the Walmart card.
Oh, fuck me. I got to get that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Dang, I didn't even know about that.
And you should even jump on the Target card, the 5% off. Like Target's another supplier that we love because we get that 5%. And then if they do like, what I find is if they do like $15 off or we're going to give you a gift card, you could find those same products at Walmart for the price that they're selling it for. But the caveat is you're going to get a $15 gift card and you get to use that towards your business or whatever.
Yeah. I have a Target card, but they're so cheap, dude. My limit's $300 on my Target card.
Every month,
I've had it for like 5 years.
Every month, an increase, dude.
I honestly, not like, to be honest, like I actually cut my Target card up like 2 years ago. I'm like, fuck this. I've got the Spark card with like $150,000 limit, and Target only trusts me with $300. Like I used to use it.
That's hilarious.
I would spend it and then pay it off. And I would pay it off, probably anywhere from 3 to 4 times a week. And it's the point where I paid it off so much that they actually would shut my card off for paying it off too much. Like, and I would have to call them and be like, hey, they're like, okay, we just want to make sure you're paying your card off a little, too fast, too many times. We just want to make sure it's you doing it, blah, blah, blah. And so it's like, I would get declined a lot. It was so embarrassing to get declined.
That was like last year, right? And the year before that?
It was like 2 years ago. I think I did it, and I chopped them.
Just imagine you getting declined. Just be like, no. It's.
When I was drop shipping 5 years ago, I was shipping out orders through Target, like paper towels. I remember this one particular order. I shipped out like 56 of them. Canceled every single order that day. I had to either refund everybody. I created 56 different accounts. Boom, just 56 different accounts. Sold them, got them done. Anyways, Target, same experience. They'd shut my card down. They'd shut my account down. They're like, hey, is this even you? And I'm like, yeah, it's me. But what I found out is they didn't like third-party sellers, and then you had to get a VPN and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
All that other jazz. And Target was like the worst thing ever. But they're really good supplier right now. They're a good vendor. They supply a lot of products.
Richie Hustle says he gets 4% with Bitcoin. I remember talking with him about that. He's got this Bitcoin card. He gets 4% on all purchases. I think it's a debit card. I don't even think it's a credit card.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, I think it is a debt. Yeah, he was telling me about it when we were in Florida.
Kevin Jenkins in the house. Elijah says, hey, Kingpin, I just started following you like right now, so my bad for not knowing, but are you primarily OA? What percent OA are you?
I would say like 60% OA right now because we've dived so deep into wholesale. We want to be about 90% wholesale by January or February.
What do you like more about wholesale? Is it the replenishability?
Yes. I love just being able to sit on my computer and say I want 1,000 units. I love that.
So it
gives me a lot more free time.
For getting wholesale accounts, what are you doing?
Originally, I was just providing like my statements and, just showing my account and really just networking, to be honest. Like, hey, how are you? Getting to know the people, telling them I sell the products. Now we've gone a whole different route. I've been mentored by somebody else who's helping me right now, but we've opened up a whole nother LLC. It's strictly just for brand accounts, and we're opening up brands directly that way with a website, warehouse, of course. And that's my system of opening up brands right now.
Sorry if I already asked this, but you said you do store stock a lot.
Oh, dude, we used to store stock front like crazy.
Yeah,
I could show you so many methods.
dude, it's so much fun to store stock.
Do you use tactical expander?
I use just seller amp.
Okay. Are you able to enter in more than just one seller SKU? Or seller
Here,
ID?
I'll show you how it works real quick.
Okay. I'll just give you a quick glimpse, like a rundown of what I do or used to do. So our VAs in the morning when they start, they go to a product that we found that's hit our KPIs. They go to that item. They start storefront stocking people from reviews of 50 to 1,000. They put all of that in about 15 minutes. You can get about
and that's because you're going after 50 to 1,000 reviews because they're probably resellers.
Right. Exactly. And then the higher reviews, it's just harder competition. Like if you buy items and you're dealing with people that have 4,000, 20,000 reviews, dude, getting the buy box is really hard.
Gotcha.
So I try to stay within my vicinity, right? Like I only have 200 reviews. It's nothing crazy. You know what I mean? So I try to stay within perimeters.
Are you even a real Amazon seller?
I know, right?
I'm
No, dude, I wish I could gain so many reviews, but they've blocked my account from sending out.
I know guys with like 80 reviews that are doing like way bigger numbers than me. And I'm like, wow. Booksellers just get a lot of reviews. If you're a bookseller, you just get mad reviews.
Dude, when I was bookselling, I didn't get that many reviews. And we'd send out a ton.
Really?
Yeah. That was
I mean, even then, like I haven't even gotten 1,000 reviews. I'm right about to get 1,000. And I've been selling books for years. I've probably sold, I don't know, like at least 50,000 books, maybe more. I don't know. I haven't added it up, but that's like really low percent reviews.
So what we'll do is we'll go to, we'll get the product, go to the sellers and start doing that to all the products that we found for that day previously. That can create a list of 500 sellers easily. Use Tactical Expander, and Tactical Expander allows you to add up to 25 seller IDs. You put it in the back end. I think it's 25, might even be 30. I don't remember exactly. You put the seller IDs in there and you let it run on the back end. As soon as it's done, export it to Tactical Arbitrage, or you can export the file yourself. And I have a whole nother method that we do manual sourcing for. But anyways, Tactical Arbitrage is like super easy. Upload it there, enter in your KPIs, and you start sourcing.
Yeah, you have to show me that sometime.
I can show you guys that live right now.
Yeah, we could do that. Let me show my technique real quick. So if you look here, you see, like let's say this shoe I know is profitable. The shoe is actually not profitable. My team found it today. I looked at it, and it's not profitable. But what we do is we look at everyone else on the listing. So kind of same as what you're saying. Like this guy has 500 reviews, so he's like a medium-sized seller doing some decent volume. He's selling Brooks, Asics, Adidas. I like to find people that are selling Nike because I'm doing a lot of Nike. So if I find somebody with a Nike in their store, what I do is you can sort it by brand. So this guy's only selling Brooks. That's wild. He must have like a connection. Zappos, they're a pretty big seller, but
it's Amazon.
Not really.
You said Zappos isn't?
I'm just playing.
Is that you, Jamison?
Yeah, you got me busted.
Wow, no Nike, or maybe just Nike's like not in their top category. But anyway, this is how cool it is. You can just scroll through and see the Keepa immediately. So this is like automatically what's on this front page is the most not profitable, but the highest sales volume stuff they have. So whenever you store stock somebody, whatever's on this front page is going to be like what they're selling the most of. Immediately, what I don't like about this though is everybody has Amazon competition. Right. You see like all the Amazon, all the orange means Amazon's on it.
Of course.
But yeah, so this guy's not a reseller. So he's probably got a lot of distributors, brand connections. Let's find somebody else. 33. Oh, by the way, are you in much merchant fulfilled?
Am I doing a ton of merchant fulfilled? Yeah, we do. Yeah. We handle a lot of merchant fulfilled.
Nice.
That was like a big part of our market last year as well. We sell a lot of stuff, light items, anywhere from like $8 to $9, and we make good profit margins on those. Sometimes $15 is better. A cool method to do is you can go to Keepa, go to the data tree, and then just export all the Nike items based on your criteria that you want to hit. Export that file, put it in Tactical Arbitrage.
Show us how to do that real quick.
And then source it. Okay, so one way to do it.
We got some characters showing up tonight.
Let's see.
I feel like Jamison just makes these accounts and just logs in comments weird stuff. Real quick, Kevin says, how would you FBA prep 12 cans of pet food that are bought as individual cans? Just all 12 cans in a single poly bag? That sounds like a terrible idea, Kevin. What would you do, Kingpin?
I would just put them in a box. Are you shipping them FBA or FBM? If
Yeah.
it's FBA, I would just put them in a box and
put them in a box, wrap them up, or maybe
Don't
shrink wrap them
separate
and put them in a box.
If it's FBM, I'm just putting all 12 into a box and shipping them off.
Can you open up your ASIN spreadsheet for us, please?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so another simple way of doing this, dude, is just by going to your data sheet and then going to Product Finder. And then when you go to Product Finder, this is just like Smart Scout. If any of you guys use Smart Scout, this is just a filter system. And so what you'll do is you'll just enter the sales rank here, 1, because it's going to show you sales rank. And then let's just say we're sourcing top tier items, and we only want to go up to, say, 30,000 in sales rank. We're going to see that there's 6 million products, but we want to focus only on the brand Nike. So we're going to go here, and it says brand, and you're going to type in Nike, and it's going to show you Nike Golf, all that good stuff, right? So you're going to hit Nike, and now we have 14,932 products we can source from within that sales rank, right? So then what we're going to do right here is you can filter this down even more if you'd like. But what I like to do here is, digital products.
And this is just all across Amazon. Like, this isn't a specific person's store.
That's correct. This is all Amazon's catalog. I'll show you guys another cool trick. This is how this is how I build my sales rank chart. So I'm going to take a step back for a quick second. I'm going to show you guys something. Sales rank. So this is a sales rank chart that we use and we share with the community. It's all for USA, Mexico, and Canada, and you could do more. And I'm going to go back to this in just a second. And we'll jump back to the sales rank chart, and I'll show you how to do this right now, but I'm also going to show you this Nike thing. So this Nike right here, we're going to go back here, and you could say 90 days out of stock percentage. So you could choose if Amazon's in stock, which we know Amazon doesn't sell majority of Nike. So I'm just going to leave it blank for the purpose of this video. And then we're just going to go ahead and hit find products. And then right here are the rows. What you want to do is you want to do 5,000. It's going to take a little bit, maybe 2 minutes, a minute and a half, while it loads all of those products. Once it loads those products, the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to hit export. And when you export this file, you now have all of those ASINs, all of those items that are within that sales rank. Next thing you'll do, and I'll show you guys how to do all this in a second. Tactical arbitrage. Go to tactical arbitrage.
Yeah, I think I signed up for tactical arbitrage, and it wasn't very intuitive, like the user interface. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. And I just learned store stocking, so I just went back to store stocking people because I was like, this is working. Let's just focus on that. And that's what I've taught my team to do. But I know there's a lot of opportunity with software.
Yeah, and so like last night I threw in some searches. I'm going to show you really quick what I did, and I'll go back to that Keepa as soon as it's done loading right now. Let's go back to my sheets really quick. I'm just going to show you the storefront stocking, and we'll jump back to the sales rank chart.
Oh, boom. We got all your
spreadsheets
now.
Yes, sir. So this is the list that we used, if we qualify them based on our leads. But for example, we'll go here.
I didn't know Jake had a YouTube channel. Jake Carter.
He does?
Yeah, he's got a little camera on his profile pic.
No way. So these are storefronts that I stocked, or we stock, right? We just paste them there. And then what you could do is copy these. Now I'm jumping into tactical arbitrage, tactical expander. Just open up Amazon. Very simple. Push tactical expander, erase it, paste, run, let that run on the back end. Now those storefronts are being searched. And then once, let's go back to Keepa.
I'm getting some popcorn, Jamison.
Uber Eats showed up.
Nice.
So again, in this Keepa chart, we have the sales rank of 1 to 30,000, all categories in Nike. Like I said, 5,000 does take a little bit of time, but then you have 5,000 leads. Once it loads.
So what this is doing right now is just looking up all those ASINs according to the filters you set. And what filters did you set exactly?
So my sales rank was from 1 to 30,000.
Okay.
No digital products.
No digital product. And Nike, right? Nike was the first filter.
And Nike. That's all.
Okay.
So I'm casting my net just really wide right now in between those. And then what I do when I upload this to Tactical Arbitrage, I then filter it out even more based on what I want to see.
So we're still in Keepa. So it's downloading. You're just downloading the ASINs, right?
The information. That's correct.
And then you're going to upload this to Tactical Arbitrage.
That is correct.
And then Tactical Arbitrage is going to look at other websites, correct?
That's correct.
What websites does it look at?
All of the websites they provide.
How many do they have?
I think they have like 300, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And then it's going to filter those by lowest landed price.
You could filter it that way. So it's just going to filter in. It's going to add the products
relevance maybe because it's not going to get it exact. Okay.
Yeah, because my filters are very blah. There is no like profit or ROI. It's just my prep and pack fee. And so then once they are added, let's just say I've added those leads already. So I'm going to go to view data. And then I have these filters down here at the bottom. I'll go ahead and reset the filters for the purpose of the video. So you can see there's 28,000 products that we storefront stocked last night. The very first thing I do is I will go to in stock and I will say yes, hit apply. Next thing I do is
in stock, as in like the store has it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. Next thing I do is minimum profit 350. Gross ROI 30%. Pull this over. Sales rank 1 to 50K. Purpose of this video. Estimated monthly sales, I don't care about. Amazon sells and in stock, I care. So what we do is, do they sell?
Yes, Ethan, there's going to be a replay of this. Somebody's asking, can you leave this up?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Once those filters are applied that Amazon's not in stock, the next thing I do is I just go to gross profit. And I like to, most people will try to source from like the minimum, fastest selling items. I always like to kind of mix it up and start from the highest selling profit and then work my way down. And that's how I source those products. And then I just go through here.
How many products were in those?
There was out of the 28,000.
Yeah.
There's 389 products that fit my criteria.
So it filtered it down pretty good. And these are all Nike, right?
No, this was just the purpose. Sorry, Nike wasn't done yet. I apologize.
Okay, gotcha.
No, I was just showing you the data once I filtered it.
What kind of ASINs did you throw in there? These are toys or?
Oh, these are all storefronts that we stocked yesterday. So I threw in 25 seller IDs into Tactical Expander last night. I hit search. It gave me 17,000 ASINs.
So you put these people's storefronts into Tactical Arbitrage.
That's correct.
And then it pulls all the ASINs.
Looks for a store that has it available. Checks to see if it's selling on Amazon.
I mean, that's essentially what I'm having my team do anyway.
Exactly. And then this is just like a quicker way of filtering it and not having to manually source. Like, don't get me wrong, I like manual sourcing, but also when I'm trying to speed up the process, this is what I would like to do because you're going to find a ton more leads, but you will bypass some good leads because the computer doesn't catch everything, right? And then you just go through here. But going back to the Nike products, once I export it, You want to do all active columns. I like to deal with CSV, but I'll do an Excel sheet for the purpose of the video. You'll hit export. It will download the sheet. Bear with me.
Do you do Nike searches often?
No, I stopped selling Nike. I did a really
Why?
bad buy. I bought like $12,000 worth of Nike products, and every single one of them tanked.
Why? What mistake did you make?
Somebody came on there, like a really big supplier, and was
How
started.
deep were you in that 12,000? Was it how many ASINs was that?
7 ASINs.
Okay.
Six ASINs. It was all statistics, dude. Everything Keepa read good in the past, in the history. It never dipped to where it is now. Like everything was good.
It
right?
wasn't. Was it one of those steady Keepas where it was just like flatlined, or was it more like up, down? But when it was down, it was not.
Yeah. So the buy
profitable
box
for you.
would go to like, let's just say $40, and it would be there for like a week, and then it would drop down to $36. And then it would bounce back up to 40, 36, 40, and now it's down to 17.
Wow.
So,
and it's one seller that came on and tanked that.
I'll tell you the company. I don't know who they are.
What's the name
it's
of
called
them?
DSG Supply, and then this other one is Football Clicks, or they're I'll find them right now in just a few minutes. But they're a big seller, and they have a huge store in New York, and they're probably getting these prices at killer deals.
Yep.
Like just blew us out of the water. So I'm taking a loss of $1 to $2 on each item.
Dang.
Literally,
that's still not. I mean, that's bad, but not the end of the world.
No, it's not the end of the world.
At
I'm
least
just
you're
trying
getting
to
some money back.
Exactly. I'm in it to recoup my money. Okay, so at this point, what you do is you just save this file. You'll hit save as, and save it to your desktop. It doesn't matter how you save it. You can save it for the name, Nike, whatever. Then you'll go to Tactical Arbitrage, and you'll go to import bulk product codes, hit upload, choose a file. And now this file is the one that we just chose. We'll hit open. And when you do this, Tactical Arbitrage understands where the UPC and the ASIN and the URL are. So you'll see right now, it will automatically generate it. If not, I'll have to adjust it, and you'll see. But the maximum rows you can upload are 25,000. So 5,000 wasn't going to exceed the amount you can search.
Gotcha. So we have 5,000 Nike ASINs being uploaded right now.
Exactly. And so since it didn't show the UPC on this Excel sheet, which you could add if you wanted, but no need to,
It's just confirming that that's the correct column.
Exactly. But since it has the ASIN and it knows the ASIN, we don't have to worry about that. Gotcha. Next thing I do is I just hit upload. It takes a few minutes, maybe like a minute to 2 minutes to upload. While it's doing that, I name the item of the search. I put today's date. Today's the 5th, right?
Yep. No, 4th. Tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo.
Dude, my bad.
Dude, you're fucking Latino, bro.
I know, right? Just had a kid, and it was a nightmare, bro. Bad thing happened, but it turned out good. And
do you celebrate Cinco de Mayo? Is that like big for you or not really?
I think only white people celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
No, dude. And so when I'm entering this right here, once the file is uploaded, I leave the filters very blah. Like I like to cast my net so wide and gather as much data as I can, and then filter it at the very end. Because the stuff that I might miss, I then go back. Like let's say I filter my filters from 1 to 30K, but there's items on there that are out of stock or above 30K. I then go back and check those items as well, because those are potential leads that people either dropped off, stopped selling, you can't find the product, yada, yada, all that good stuff. So I leave these filters very, very blah, and then I just hit search, and then it will start to perform that search. And so out of those 5,000 products, it's currently on the 6. It's checked 8 products, and it hasn't added any yet. Basically.
Wait, it's only checked 6?
Yeah.
Out of 5,000?
I know, right? But no, it will speed up. And so we'll leave this here for
what are you looking for, like, immediately? Like, when this search comes back, Are you looking? You said you sort by profit first.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then-
So I'll go like filter these out, and then I'll do profit.
Yeah. So
And
just show us this search. So you
Yeah.
already filtered it by profit.
Filtered it by profit, gross ROI. I haven't done sales rank because it's within my sales rank, I believe, or unless I did change the sales rank. Let's see.
So is
Yeah.
anything sticking out to you right now where you're like, oh, I'm pretty sure this is going to be profitable?
No, out of these items, no, I don't see anything.
And why don't you? Like, what are the red flags that are making you pass?
Good question. So first thing I look at are product images. If the product images aren't matching, I bypass it. You can even look at the titles right here. You can click this title, and you can see if it takes you to a whole nother item as soon as it loads. So you can see this is a Barbie and this is a Bugatti. So
Gotcha. So just no product match on those first few.
Exactly. And so I'll just scroll down and look at the images, and if they match, I'll go ahead and open them.
Can't there be a filter to make sure the images match?
Yeah, you can. However, what I find sometimes is like it overlooks things, and so it's not necessarily the image match, but it's the UPC match. So you would go filter, my bad, UPC matched, UPC not matched, and you hit matched and you hit apply, and then it will get rid of those, and then it drops from, I believe, that 389 to 335. And it looks like maybe someone's just created their own UPC, maybe on Amazon. I don't really like go that far deep into it if it doesn't match. I just don't even worry about it. I try not to go too deep just because I'm just trying to skim the products. There's 335 products I got to go through. And so I just look to see if the images match. If they match, I look at the title, and then I just hit next. And then if these match, I don't even really care about the profit right now because I know I'm sourcing things at a high profit. And so I'll just go there, open those up. Let's open this up. It's $127. You could buy this for, so this is 6.8 ounce. 6.8 ounce, 155, 127. I don't even look at it. Move forward. Next thing. Seasoning, 1188, 748. Don't even move forward. 96. 96. So let me fix this so it's not in Spanish. My bad, guys. I don't know why my system's doing that for some reason. It's really weird.
Cinco de Mayo tomorrow.
5CW. So I checked the model. 5CW2, 2122, 2122 CR21, CR21 right here. So this is a match. Next thing I'm going to do is just check the Keepa chart. So it looks pretty steady, but it looks like there's going to be an increase of sellers that are jumping on it. So the price might tank very little. You can see where it's starting to drop a little because people are just trying to sell the item. I look at the year. We can see that it's been selling at $260.
So how much is this? How much can you get this for?
I'm going to get this for $96. So I'll put 97. We'll make it 24% ROI. My KPIs, this wouldn't hit my KPIs, so we would pass, but we would still.
What doesn't match your KPIs? What on here doesn't?
Good question. So my KPIs are 30% or greater in ROI.
Okay.
If it doesn't match that, my next thing I do, if there's still profit, we still add the lead, but we add it to another lead sheet like just below. That way we can look at these and see if we do want to make a quick.
So if this is 40% ROI, it would meet your KPIs. How many would you buy? With that sales volume and that number of sellers,
I'll tell you
how many would you buy?
So with the way it's looking right now and how many sales we're getting, so 1,400 sales. So I would buy
pretty good, right? 1,400 sales a month. There's no variations.
Yeah, I would buy 20.
Are there variations of this?
Yeah, there's a variation right here. It's 12-inch.
Okay.
And we can check to see. So what we do is the next thing we could do here is see which one's actually selling the most. And it looks like this 21-inch is selling the most. It's getting the most reviews. And then the next thing I like to do is check this data tab. This data tab really shows the offers. You can see who's on the listing and how fast they're selling the item. if it pulls up. If not, buy box statistics.
Yeah.
You can see Spree Tree, which was VM Innovations last year. They're retaining
What are they buybacks tonight? It's hard to see from here. What is that number?
90%. 90%.
But I mean, what's the sales price?
Oh, the sales price is 188.
188. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you sold us for 188, what would the ROI be, or what would the gross profit be? Just $1 less.
No, you're good. 25, 30.
Damn,
25.
that looks good to me. I would buy this.
Yeah, like
Would you buy this, Jamison? Have you been paying attention?
Yeah, no, I am. I mean, it looks good. I would probably just dig into the brand a little bit. Like, if it's brands that I don't understand or I've never heard of, like I'm always like a little more cautious on them just because I'm not familiar with them.
What are like the biggest things that can go wrong with that? With like a brand, like IP complaints? Like, what are some things that I might not know about?
Obviously, IP, you can go look at the sellers, which is there's a few indicators on Keepa, where if you see like a drastic amount of sellers straight line down, that means they probably, which here looks fine. So it has a steady amount of sellers. So it may not have IP problems. Obviously, I go on there and look if the brand is selling it. If the brand is on the listing, I'm a little leery. Not always, I'll usually back away personally if I see them on it. But like, if it's a brand that I've sold for years and I'm comfortable with, like I don't even care. Like I'll just buy it. Like if I know it's good. But like just with this, just because I'm so unfamiliar with this thing, and
it's a good question. Is this merchant fulfilled or drop shipped? Can't.
This
see.
is
FBA.
This is FBA or FBM, whatever you want it to be.
So okay, are there any FBA sellers? There are no FBA sellers. What would you? Oh no, there are. My bad, there are. I thought there weren't. But in a theoretical world, let's say there were no FBA sellers. What on like $189 product like this? How much higher are you going to price your FBA item over the low merchant item?
Probably do $199.
Just $10.
I might go 5% above it, maybe.
Okay.
But I also look at ratings and reviews. Like we know Spree Tree is killing it in reviews, which is VM Innovations. And so they're going to be a high competition, and they have 119 units. So personally, what I would buy is maybe 10, like I said, 10 to 20. And I would test buy that and send it in because I know I'm going to get the rotation of the buy box. Just looking at the data history here. Buy box statistics, they're getting 40%. So there is rotation. You know what I mean? But it's on these higher reviewer sellers, some of them. But that means I'm going to get the rotation of the buy box too.
I mean, that second guy, how many reviews does he have?
663.
Okay. But I mean, compared to the top guy.
Right. And so personally, I mean, like I said, I would then copy this, add it to my lead sheet, put it at the bottom. And then if I was like, you know what, because there's some days where you're like, dude, I don't care. I'm going to spend that money and make that $20. Or and there's some days where you're really conservative and you're just like, no, that doesn't hit my KPIs. We're not doing it. But you might go back a month later and be like, oh, this item is actually pretty
that's
good.
the problem with online arbitrage. I remember that years ago when I was doing textbook arbitrage. Like if I was in a really good mood, drank a lot of coffee, everything looked fucking good. And then 2 months later, I'm like, fuck, all this shit tanked. Why would I buy any of this? And if I'm like pissed off one morning, I'm like, nope, no. But that's why it's important to have KPIs and actually look at like, okay, what's the ROI I want? What is the sales rank that I want? What's the sales velocity I want? And then you can't, go against numbers. Numbers are numbers,
Right. But like you saw how that was out of stock on that last one. So I like to buy from, this is like another good vendor.
The buy box distribution, that was just on Keepa. You go to data.
Yeah.
And then you click on buy box statistics.
That's correct. Buy box statistics. So Lego's another good vendor. If anyone shops Legos, I know Jamison buys Legos, but I buy a lot of.
Steve says hide Avery's credit card when he's happy. Yeah, me too.
All right. So this tactical expander.
Kingpin. Question. Do you, besides multiple accounts for Lego, like as far as like I can tell, like if you buy, say there's a Lego that's released, it's a limit of say 2. You buy your 2 of that item, that's it for the rest of the life of that Lego, correct? Like they limit you to 2 per account, like forever.
That's a great question.
It's a yes, and it's a hit and miss on some. So you can't. I just wait like a week before I buy them again. I know during Christmas they were way strict. Like I was buying them and they would cancel my orders. So I was going into the Lego store and buying them, and then they were even trying to limit me on mine. And I would just have family in there.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I like going into the store better. But I've noticed like anything that I've ever bought on that site that I've even bought in a year ago, if I were to go buy it right now, they would cancel it.
Really?
Yeah, this live will be available afterwards.
But if I buy a new Lego that I've never bought before and I buy the max limit, then it'll let me, the order will go through. But if I go back a year later and I try to buy that same Lego, it gets freaking canceled every time.
Contact Checkmate Flips. We got Seth.
So I've always wondered, like, how do you determine like what Lego sets they'll let you rebuy? Because it's like I've tried with like 5 or 6 of them, and every single one has been canceled like a year later. So I'm like, what the heck? Like,
I think everyone's experience is different, to be honest. Because like sometimes I can still buy some. I'll give you guys an example, and this is an ASIN you guys can probably go and buy and sell, and it's consistent all year round. Is the roses from Lego? You know, the little pink box that you can go. You get a limited or whatever. You know what I mean? But on those, I could buy those consistently and not have any issues. But during Christmas, it was a ton of issues. Like they were canceling my orders back to back.
Okay. So I bought the roses once, and then I never tried again because I was scared I was going to get canceled.
No. I mean, even call them. I mean, if you're a big time buyer, just call them and be like, hey, you know, like I'm just trying to buy these for some family. And I've done some stuff like that, and they push them through. Yeah.
What do you use your points for on Lego? Do you use it for business or personal or
business? Because I'm not really a big time builder of Legos and stuff, so I just buy more products.
Okay, same here. Yeah.
Curious. I just bought that AT-AT Star Wars character with all my points or some of my points. And then I resold it and I made like a $200 profit. Very
awesome.
Right?
Yeah, cool. That's good.
Still sells. But that's what I do with my Lego points.
Where are we at with the Nike upload?
So Nike right now, there's 93 products that have been added. Let's go ahead and just check them out. So right here, based on the filters I've added, it's only showing 2. And those are not even a match, but you might see variations.
Boom, we got some socks. Socks are always good.
$14, 8 to 12. And these are the black ones. So we'll go here. Black and white. 8 to 12, I think.
Source off goals at all, Jamison, or not really?
A little bit, not a ton.
What's your reason for not going? Socks are good till they return them, says Stay Keen. Our return rate's high on.
Yeah,
socks,
I don't know.
shoes.
I buy toys from Kohl's from time to time, but that's about it. I'm trying to like get myself into other categories because I've been like a fucking hermit when it comes to Amazon, like just selling toys and that's it, and like not even looking at anything else. And it's like I'm leaving so much opportunity on the table. So I've been dabbling in other categories. I'm slowly like, getting out of my comfort zone. So like I do need to learn this stuff and want to start getting into stuff other than freaking toys.
Trash. So those variations were trash. Sorry. Cut you off.
Oh, I thought you were saying I was trash.
Not at all. So while we let those load, I'm going to show you guys one other cool thing. Like if you guys ever want to use a sales rank chart, I don't know if you guys do or don't. This is how I used to determine how fast an item sells and where I want to be. Like when I fish, I only fish within this market most of the time. I like occasionally will deal with 1% or less, but I like to go anything less than 0.5% because I know it's selling within a week.
You got the link for this? Are you willing to share this?
Yeah. So if you guys go to my Instagram page, we update it monthly and the link's in there. You just download the sales rank chart to your phone and you'll have it.
And your Instagram's Amazon
Kingpin. That's correct.
I typed in Kingpin. I couldn't find you earlier.
Jeez.
Forgot that you had the Amazon. Have you tried getting just Kingpin? That'd be cooler.
No, that'd be cool. Hey.
It's probably still available.
Probably.
Not anymore. Somebody just snagged it.
So cool way. So in order for like, if you guys ever wanted to make this yourselves, it's very simple. I could send you the formula for this stuff. If you do ever want it, just let me know.
What's I'm on this I'm on your page now.
Oh, on Linktree.
What's the name of it? I'll link it in the YouTube
Yeah,
description.
it's a sales rank chart. It should say sales rank chart right there.
Oh yeah, it's the second one. Boom. Dude, you need to get an opt-in page.
I've been wanting to do a lot of that stuff. I just haven't. It's not that I haven't had time. It's just. Yeah.
I'll drop that.
Well,
I'll put that in the YouTube description.
If you guys wanted to make this, you'd go to Product Finder, you'd go to Category Tree, and then right here is where you collect all of that data. And I'll just show you guys a quick way to do it.
If you guys want to look at that spreadsheet, it's in the description of the bio. Also, go give Kingpin a follow on Instagram, Amazon Kingpin. But if you guys want instant access to that, it's in the description.
So right here, what you would do is appliances. You would just copy this right here, hit copy, and then go here and watch this. Watch all these numbers change, right? So 941, and we type 987, and now we know the new sales rank chart, right? And so I have my VAs update these every month, and that's how you guys would do
Nice.
it. So
Boom. All right.
cool. That's good for you guys.
Mass just says, man, just gave out hella sauce. Yeah, what you need is like you need a simple landing page where it says like, hey, I'm Amazon Kingpin. Like it can just be text, and it's like enter your email here to get that spreadsheet, and then you get everybody's email, and then if you want to go live on YouTube later, you can email all those people that got your free spreadsheet.
That's so smart, dude.
Avery,
You got to do that, man.
Sell us. When I slept over at Avery's house, he tried to give him my email to use his bathroom.
He had to give me his email to get in the bathroom, and then he got out. There's another opt-in to lift up the toilet seat.
And then as I'm rolling the toilet paper down, you just like little ads on them.
QR codes on each.
QR codes you can scan and get 25% off.
That's funny, dude.
Hey, do you want high quality toilet paper? Well, it's locked underneath, but if you pay 25 cents per roll, you can get it. A lot of Airbnbs are actually doing that now. Like upsells are the name of the game, guys. Like we have Amazon. Amazon sells a lot of shit for us, but Amazon, part of the reason why you get so many sales on Amazon is they're so good at upselling. Like if you buy a pencil, they're like, do you also want an eraser?
Right.
Duh, you know? And so I went to Airbnb recently, and, you know, being the alcoholic that I am, I opened up the refrigerator, and she's like, oh, yeah, there's wine in here. QR code's $20 a pop. And I'm like, I'm not going to use that. Well, I'm like in the middle of the country, and like 3 days in, I'm like, fuck, let me get one. And I just went in there, scanned the QR code, and yeah, so
They
it's pretty
do
cool.
that, like, too, when you go to the Airbnb, you check in. It's like, you have a pillow. Well, you also need a bed.
Yeah.
QR code.
Everything's QR code. It can get annoying, but it's also really like if you're actually selling good shit, it's super helpful. Marketers are annoying until like they come at you with the solution that you need at that moment. Like Dan Kennedy always talks about how this guy was really annoying, like in his front yard, like in his garden, just like, hey, like waving his hands. And Dan Kennedy was like, I wish this dude would get the fuck away. Like, what's he doing? And then he found out that like his backyard was on fire or something like that. And then he was like, oh, like, thank you so much. Like, and that's like a great example of like the messenger can be annoying as hell until they're not, until they're necessary. So, yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go salsa dancing. As
All right,
always,
cool. Gotta go. Bye.
Avery, I mean, let's hop on another call either tomorrow, just you and I. I want to show you a cool method, just manual sourcing for your VAs. I think you'd really like it, dude.
Cool.
So
Let's do it.
okay.
All right, guys.
All right, you have
Peace
a good
out.
night.
Go,
All right,
go give
fellas.
Jamison a follow, guys. Jamison Philippi on Instagram. We also got Amazon Kingpin on IG. And yeah, peace out, guys. Much love.
Stay up.
Peace.